Aries Ascendant. Venus will move in your 5th house. Now definitely this increases the potential to express your emotions, express your love. This means you will be in a much better situation if you have difficulties in your married life or in your love life. Your equation with your life partner will improve, and not just life partner, with people you love, people who are your well-wishers. It's a very good time for creative influencers, people in advertising and media industry, film, and any kind of industry that needs creative expression. Now, for Aries Ascendant, Venus is a very important planet because it rules 2nd and 7th house. This simply means that this Venus will bring people in your family closer. This Venus will bring some auspicious event in your family. Marriage can happen, or you can meet your prospect life partner. This will also give you more chance to earn money through speculative gains. Also, people who are willing to go into the field of art and craft will see some positive gains during this transit of Venus. Now for Aries, Venus being the lord of Dhanabhava also represent productivity in your finances, productivity in your investment, especially if you own a real estate or if you are associated with hotel and restaurant industry, food industry. Textile industry will also see good boost during this time, so you can definitely try your luck in this Venus transit time. Overall, for Aries Ascendant, Venus transit is very promising with lot of gains, positive energy. Just you need to be more optimistic so that you can harness the best of it. Pray to Ma Mahalakshmi to get lot of blessings that will help you on your financial side. Taurus Ascendant, your Ascendant and your 6th house is ruled by Shukra, Venus. This Venus goes in your 4th house. Just that you should not engage in any family fight related to real estate, because this can bring ego clashes in the family, and this can take away your peace and your comfort. But otherwise, this Venus being the Lagna Lord talks a lot about your happiness, your presence in the family, bringing joy in the family, overall giving you a lot of comfort in your career, a good chance to bring growth in life, and this is a transit that will put you at ease. So don't rush. Remember, Mars is on your ascendant, so definitely there will be a lot of enthusiasm, but with strategy and not leaving your comfort area, you can actually become more successful, because not every time you will have to do hard work. Sometimes you will have to go for smarter way of work. This can also increase expenses because you might buy some assets, you might invest in real estate, vehicles. So be careful when you are spending money, especially if you have to take loans. It's a good time to repay your debt. Say if you want to sell your property to repay a debt, this is the time when such kind of actions can be more productive. You might have to fulfill your duty towards your mother or mother-in-law or towards career of your spouse. Do your duty, fulfill your duties, and you will see that the Venus transit will bring a lot of positivity within you. It's a Venus within your heart. So love, spread love and seek love and light. Just don't let ego come in between you and your loved ones, and you will see that this Venus transit has a lot more to offer. 4th house Venus means you should have a good night's sleep. You should not work late in the night, get up in the morning and eat light after sunset. And you will see your health will improve and your overall personality will grow. It's a very good time for people who are investing money in Vastu, for architects, and also you can go for Vastu correction or even interior designing. Repeating this once again, be careful of your expenses. Gemini Ascendant. Venus rules your 5th and 12th house, and this Venus moves into 3rd house. So there is a chance of travel. This travel can be for leisure, this travel can be because of your children, this travel can also be because of work, and this can be a foreign travel also. Even if you're not going abroad, or if you're not planning a big trip, to a small trip, at least go close to nature. See, 3rd house is not a very great place for Shukra apart from creative expression. So you can use this energy to listen to good music, chant mantras, learn something creative, maybe a musical instrument, maybe a dance, maybe just express yourself through painting and poetry, even you are not at all creative. Taking attempts in creative side will make Venus in Leo give you more positive result, and in spite of the hard work that you will do, you will feel relief. Now, this also means that your attempts, creative attempts towards being more conservative, securing yourself financially, will give you positive results. This is 5th Lord going 11th from itself. So any venture done in the name of children, anything where your child is associated, is going to give you positive result. Now this is a very good time for people who are internet influencers, and if you are a Gemini Ascendant or Gemini Moon sign. Venus in 3rd house may bring some extra effort or some laziness that you might not give your 100% because of Venusian influence there. You might seek the best and you might wait for a better opportunity. Now that is where you might miss the bus, so be careful. Overall, this is a mixed time for Gemini. This gives you mixed results because 3rd house is the house of struggle and efforts, your purusharth, your power. And Venus is not the planet of power. So there can be a power struggle. So be very careful. If you are already in a bad marriage, do not show ego. And this is definitely not the time to display your strength and maybe your power there. Rather, wait, let the Venus move to your 4th house, let things move in the positive direction. See, your Ascendant Lord Mercury is exalt. I've already made a video for exalted Mercury. You can watch that video in my channel. But because Mercury is exalt and Venus is in the 3rd house, rather it's a good time to, bring creative plans that upgrades your career, that upgrades your life. This may not guarantee immediate result, but in the long term, you will see positive output. Cancer Ascendant. For Cancer Ascendant, Venus rules your 4th and 11th house. So definitely it talks a lot about your assets, your wealth, and this Venus goes in the 2nd house. This is a complete, I will say, financial transit for you. It will bring you more money, more opportunities to grow your business, sudden expansion in your business, sudden expansion in the profits. If you are involved into a job, then you can find a new career opportunity. You might get promotion, you might get some good, a second source of income. So all this will come together. Even if the event will not happen now, whatever you plan for your finances will be productive in the near future. Mars is also in your 11th house, aspecting this Venus, which means that overall the career and the business and all this is going to give you more money. Now, this Venus can make you more egoistic, more self-centered, more superficial, because it is all about money and less about humanitarian respect. That part you will have to take control on, that part you will have to override. You have to show compassion, and what you get, you will have to also give it back to the society. It is indeed a very good transit. You should pray to Ma Mahalakshmi by chanting Shri Suktam every day during this time, and wake up early in the morning and remove any dirt and anything that is not necessary in your home, as if you are doing a Diwali cleansing in the home, and do Vastu corrections. This will bring Lakshmi in your home. Also bring Shri Yantra in your home and pray to it every day. Chanting Lakshmi Mantra will also prove to be effective in resolving any financial disputes. People in the family will come together, and you might see some relative, the long distance relatives are also visiting you. Keep everybody as a unit and enjoy your life. This is indeed a very, very positive time for Cancer natives. Leo Ascendant. Now Venus rules your 3rd house and 10th house. Now this is quite unique. Venus is your karma. 3rd is effort, 10th is career and profession, basically karma. Initiatives, duties. Now when this Venus goes in your 1st house, it means that the more dutiful you are, the more initiatives that you take, the more proactive you are in your career and in your life, the more charming you will become, your personality will improve, and maybe the challenges that you will face, the creative solutions that you will provide will make you indispensable in your career, will make you a candidate for promotion, and will also bring popularity, and this is also going to bring name and fame. So overall, it's a brilliant transit for you. You should look about your looks, not superficially, but it's always good to have that confidence within you. I'm not talking about beauty as per the superficial clothing and makeup, but overall, if the personality that you throw will also improve, and you will be feeling more positive about yourself. It's a feel-good factor. But you should never boast about your achievements during this time, especially for towards people who have failed in life, because that means you are proving negatively. Remember, there is a retrograde Saturn in the 6th house ready to bring hurdles to you, so be careful. Sun is also going to be in the 1st house, so take control of your ego and do not display your wealth unnecessarily. This is the time that if God has given you enough and in surplus, take a part and share. Give something to those who are in need, who are in dire necessity. Give something, donate something. Overall, for Leo, this is a very positive time, especially if you're a Leo moon. It's going to be an excellent time. It's going to be a creative time. Just use this energy wisely and enjoy your life, because when Venus comes in 1st house, it talks about enjoyment. But don't get indulged into toxic things, alcohol, something that can harm your body, because there's a very high chance that somebody can be so high on power and wealth that they can take wrong decisions, and that is what Saturn is waiting for. Be careful. Virgo Ascendant. For Virgo, Venus rules your 2nd house and 9th house. It rules your luck and it rules your wealth and family. It's a very, very important planet for Virgo Ascendant. Venus is in the 12th house when it goes in Leo. But we cannot ignore the fact that you have an exalt Mercury and a retrograde Mercury from September 10th on your ascendant. Be careful when you are investing money, or if you are spending on any luxurious item. Luxury is not necessity, and that is what you should remember. Going minimalistic and conserving wealth and not spending much is one of the ways by which you can manage your finances. Foreign trip is on the cards, but be careful that you should not plan anything out of your budget. Understand your limits and plan accordingly. Any hasty decision will turn out to be negative. If something is asking you to wait, then wait. Overall, this is a mixed time for Virgo Ascendant and Virgo Moon sign. 12th Venus is exalt, but in its own way. If you really want to reap the benefits of 12th house Venus, you have to go to the path of devotion. So on one side, materially, you need to be careful, but spiritually, you can grow and you can increase the power of bhakti. So take the name of God and you will see that you will be elated, joyful and happy. This is the time when you should spread love and smile. Life will give much more to you when you will do that. Libra Ascendant. We cannot forget that Ketu is on your first house, while Rahu is in the nakshatra of Bharani in the 7th house. When Venus goes in the sign of Leo, which is in your 11th house, it also activates your 8th house, Taurus, where is your Mars. This means that any matter related to marriage, you will have to be very careful, especially if you are imposing your ambition or your aspirations on someone, or you have steep expectations. So that is one area, whether you are married or you are aspiring to get married, you will have to be careful. And this is also what applies in business. Because in business, on one side, it increases your desire to grow. On the other side, it also can make you short-sighted. That means you might not see the consequence of your action and you might take a sudden decision which may backfire. Don't come under influence of your social circle. Don't do anything by comparison. It is a positive time only if you go without greed and if you take one step at a time. But the moment you will try to take leap of faith during this time, this may backfire and create financial disturbances. Because Venus alone might give an expansion of 11th house, but if not dealt carefully, there are dangers waiting on your Lagna and 8th house. Praying to Ma Durga by chanting Durga Saptashati is going to be one of the ways by which you can address to the feminine energy. Respect females and help old people wherever you can. And you will see that if you can prove to the planets that your earning, your income is being put to good use, you will see financially and on a personal level, you will see a happy time, and you might also see a very good and funny get together with friends and family that will become a memory for life. Scorpio Ascendant. Venus rules your 7th house and 12th house. So definitely it has strong connection with marriage, business, especially export and import and anything that has to do with foreign land and medical profession. So people who are involved in these kind of field will see good boost in their career. 10th house Venus means through your karma, your name and fame will increase. You will gain popularity and your charisma, your personality will be known across the borders. Overall, this is a very, very positive and very good time, especially for people who are involved in public domain, public works, who are influencers, who are into media and film industry. 10th house Venus also bring association with famous people, new contracts, growth, promotion, and financially this is a very good time. This is also the time when you can get a help from a female that may change your life forever. Remember that Rahu is in your 6th house and this Rahu will aspect Shukra, Venus. So be careful and stay away from controversies, making controversial statements. Otherwise your image can be tarnished and all your energy of Venus will go into somehow sugarcoating things. Use this energy wisely by praying to Ma Durga and you will see that the power of Ma Durga will help you get away from the negativity of Mahishasur type energy and you will be in a very, very positive situation. Not a time to invest in speculative business, by the way. And because Mercury is exalt in the 11th house, the new source of income that you might tap into can give you real growth. So this is the time when you can plan for a new source of income, plan for a second source of income, and you will see that that will take away some of the load, financial load from your mind, and it will bring work-life balance. It's an absolutely positive time for you. Sagittarius Ascendant. Now for you, Venus rules two unique houses, 6th and 11th. Why? Because 11th is 6th from 6th. It's the Bhavat Bhavam of 6th house. So it means that Shukra for you is more about service. So people involved in service industry will see positive result. If you have an afflicted Venus in your chart, then you will see that you will get some relief from that planetary position. Venus in the 9th house definitely means that you might gain through traveling, through religious pilgrimage, plan a trip during this time, but be careful about your expenses. A good thing is that your 11th lord is 11th from itself. So there is a Bhavat Bhavam of 11th house, which is in fact Bhavat Bhavam of 6th house. So people involved in medical profession, competitive students giving competitive examination, nurses, all these sectors of society will see great boost and will see some motion, because 9th house brings motion in life. You can also pursue higher studies, especially in foreign country. Professional people will see that their energies will be more useful now. If you really want to go for core industry, you can plan now. But this also means that you might have to take some load off your family. You might also see that the communication has to be humble. It cannot be egoistic, and you cannot boast about your luck, about your privilege in society. Rather, you should involve some of the time in charity work, engaging in service to the society, and that will improve the power of Venus, and in return Venus will change your destiny. Health of your father can come under question, so be careful. But overall, it's an exceptionally positive time for you. Capricorn Ascendant. For you, the power of Venus is such that it controls your expression, it controls your knowledge, it controls your profession, it controls your name and fame. So if you are famous because of your knowledge, if you are known in your career, Venus is playing a vital role in your horoscope. And this Venus will go in the 8th house. And this is a time of transformation. Transformation through knowledge, transformation in your name and fame. So be careful that this transformation should not be negative. If you have a positive Venus in your birth chart, this will give you a lot of positive things in your life, sudden gains, sudden profit. You can get your inheritance. There can be a sudden monetary gain. There can be a removal of block from your study, from your education. Students will benefit a great deal from this Venus transit. But if there is a afflicted Venus in your chart, or if you're running a Venus Mahadasha or Antardasha and the combination is with Saturn, Rahu or Ketu, then you will have to be careful during this Venus transit, because in attempt to bring change, things can go haywire, things can become negative. Because 8th house is having the energy of transformation, but it is also a lot of uncertain energy. Sun is also there in that 8th house. So Sun and Venus conjunction can also bring a bitter truth. You can get to know something about your relatives, something about your relationships, which may actually hurt your feelings. You might also fall under controversy that can damage your image in society, that can hurt your reputation. So be careful on that angle. Pray to Ma Mahalakshmi and chant Surya Gayatri mantra every day, so that this Venus energy brings a lot of positivity. Help patients and people who are in dire need of money, and your help to them will also help you in the long run. Being careful is the right advice for Venus transit in your 8th house, but overall I see that Jupiterian energy in the 3rd house definitely will push you in taking right decisions. Just don't do any hurry, and especially in the matters of love, relationship and marriage, it's better to wait before jumping into a conclusion or taking a decision. Aquarius Ascendant. Venus rules your 4th as well as 9th house. It talks about your comfort, your motion, movement, your knowledge, spirituality, and this Venus goes in your 7th house. So definitely this talks about your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your society, business partner, well-wishers, and this will only grow in a positive direction unless you bring in ego, because the moment there is an ego battle, this thing can become negative. Now, fourth lord is fourth from itself, and there is a Mars in the fourth house. So, only if you have an afflicted or a negative Mars in your birth chart, this can negatively influence your partner. But if you have a positive Mars, an exalted Mars, the position of your life partner will improve. The business partner or any other such business association will bring in good luck and more profits. For students, it means proper guidance, a sharp memory, a feel-good factor when you learn something. And for elderly people, this means that they will have this good community, and they will have this good and happy association with people around you, and that will uplift your mood, give you more confidence, and it might also help you learn some new things. Going to a Lakshmi temple, visiting Kali temple are some of the ways by which you can harness the positive energy of this Shukra. Now remember, when Venus goes in the 7th house, it will aspect your first house. So you might get some criticism from the society, some criticism from your life partner about your own attitude, about your own existence. You will have to take it positively, be optimistic, and be ready to change, because Venus is a planet that is more watery in nature. It takes the shape of the cup, so you must be not rigid but flexible, and you will see everything will conspire to develop your life, bring your personality into a public forum, and you will come across as a better human being, say post September, in the month of October. Overall, it's a very good time, but you will have to be very careful about your investments. A retrograde Mercury in the 8th house means you have to be careful, especially if you're investing your money in stock market and risky instruments. But overall, it's a good time. Pisces Ascendant. You are the zodiac sign where Venus finds its ultimate expression. Venus becomes exalt. A retrograde Jupiter in your first house, an exalt, and in future a retrograde Mercury in your 7th house will also act in addition to the Venusian energy for you. Now when this Venus goes in your 6th house, it is forming a Vipareet Rajyog, because Venus rules your 3rd and 8th house. Now how surprising it is, a planet that gets exalted on your zodiac sign rules the house of death. That means Venus must die in its original form and take a rebirth. Venus is what? A planet of material things. So that materialistic angle will die and a spiritual angle will evolve, and you will feel the need to serve animals, serve the nature, work for nature, conservation of water, do some good activity, help your parents, and you should find comfort in your own duties. So you might have to do things that you don't like, but if you fulfill your duty, you will see that you will be in a much better position. Yes, this can be a bad time for relationships, especially with a retrograde Mercury in the 7th house, but you can manage it well if you are humble, grounded, and you are ready to listen to the other side before you communicate your own point of view. This is the time when you must wait, because Vipareet Rajyog will always flourish towards the end of a transit. So by the time Venus is about to move out of the sign of Leo and move to Virgo, you will see that things will become more and more practical, but more and more clear. It may not be as per what you desire, but it will be as per what you deserve. It's a good time for people who are involved in service industry, medical industry, fashion industry, with some challenges. If you bring necessary changes, you are good to go. It might give a mixed result for everybody else, but overall I will say that a 6th house Venus not necessarily is always showing debilitated energy, but because 6th house is a field place of competition, Venus is not a planet that is associating itself with competition. Take care of your health, simplify things, don't make it complex, and you will see that you will be in a much better situation to deal with difficulties. And in case you reach a dead end, you may have to consult a friend, a counselor, and you can seek help that will pull you out from the problem. Chant Mahalakshmi mantra for financial relief.